Hi friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about. And in today's video I just want to talk about this feeling that I've had today, mostly because basically I completed my first half marathon last weekend. And basically, coming up to the first half marathon, I was training a lot. Basically, I I started running, like basically training for the half marathon, like 25 days before the half marathon. So I needed to do a lot of training. And basically, sorry. And basically that took up most of my time for the past 25 days, because like before the half marathon, because I was running almost every day for at least well, depending on the day, but usually at least 30 minutes to 1 hour, and sometimes longer than that. And we're working out every day, and that was a huge part of my life for the past month. And now that the half marathon is done, uh, I have some time that has freed up in my life, and basically, I'm not sure what to do with it. It's not that I'm not sure what to do with it, it's just that uh, I feel like I don't have anything to strive for anymore, and I kind of miss that feeling. Because when I was preparing for my applied science loop, I had that to strive for, and that took up most of my time. And it was very satisfying for me to work on that. When I was in school, obviously, I had homework and stuff going on, so I was always striving for stuff, striving to get into the right companies, to get the right internships, all that kind of stuff. And I have this uh, kind of blues, striving blues in a way, that comes whenever I complete something big, or basically, you know, I've been able to like move on from something. Um, and I don't know how to deal with that, because basically yesterday, uh, given that I didn't have much to do other than just go to the gym for like 25 minutes, which is back to my routine of rowing about 20 to 25 minutes every day. So it was a bit weird, because yesterday I just binge watched like this show on Netflix called XO Kitty, and honestly, it was not that satisfying. I just watched it for the sake of watching it, and sometimes it's good, but to be honest, I'm not completely satisfied with the way that I spent that time, because it just felt empty, uh, like doing it. And so today, I also went to the gym. Like, I did my body balance gym session, which is a mix of yoga, Pilates, and Tai Chi. Uh, and it was nice. And I also did my 25 minutes of rowing, which was cool. And after that, I came back home, and I was thinking about this, that I was, a bit angsty. Like, I was not as motivated as I was in the past month, because basically, I figured I didn't have something to strive for. And I guess maybe just having something to strive for is kind of helpful. I mean, it helps me uh, get to my best, reach the best part of me that, pushes herself. And it feels now kind of empty not to have something to strive for. So instead of like basically trying to avoid this feeling and like numbing myself, I decided to sit in this feeling and like understand what's happening within my head, and like understand why I'm feeling this way. And basically, like I was going to listen to some, motivational podcasts and stuff, but it didn't feel right. Because those are the kind of podcasts that I like to listen to when I have something that I'm striving for. And basically, right now I don't. I'm just waiting for a few things to unfold. So waiting patiently, while maybe recovering a bit from all of this pushing that I've been doing of myself. So so basically, I decided basically that I was gonna listen to this podcast that's super calm and soothing. And honestly, I just love listening to this podcast whenever I feel like I need some peace in my life, and that's the Mo Gaudat's podcast. So basically, it's called Slow Mo. And I really, really enjoyed it. I think today's episode was with uh, this rock star lady. Her name is, let me check. Tanya Callaghan. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, it was really interesting. And yeah, in the end, I really enjoyed this podcast because basically, uh, I love Mo's perspective on life and just his general peaceful attitude towards life. And basically, that prompted me to finish his book. So basically, Solve for Happy. I had like gone through most of it by last year. I think. Uh, like I had gone through most of it, and I think I had only like about 30 minutes left on the audiobook, which at 2x speed was actually just 15 minutes because now I've reached the point where I am able to listen to books at 2x speed, and it feels like the normal speed for me. So basically, I listened to that, and it was really, really soothing, and it was exactly what I needed. I did not need something to kind of like, hey, hustle, push things, and like break your boundaries. I just needed something to help me be at peace with myself because that's definitely something that I feel that has been missing in my life, like this sense of peace. And I really want to get back into mindfulness and meditation. I kind of miss it in my life. Uh, like it tends to get hectic, and I'm not sure how to deal with emotions. So I did like a few months back. I had done like 100 days meditation every day, but I had broken that streak basically, and that's okay. And now I think I also restarted listening, like not restarted listening, uh, started re-listening to this book called How to Train Your Mind by Chris Bailey. So let me show you the book. It's this one. And it's basically an Audible original, and uh, I had listened to this I think maybe last year, and it it's kind of helpful because I don't feel the pressure to try to highlight stuff and take out every single bit of information out of this book. Uh, I just listen to it for the sake of listening to it, and maybe getting back into this meditation mood and mindfulness mood that I feel that I somewhat need right now in my life, and that will help me navigate this bit of awkward period of my life. Not awkward, but just not like you know, let's say a bit uncertain in a way. Um, and I'm pondering on a lot of topics lately, um, because I'm starting to feel this void. Like I don't have anything uh, to drive me forward, and like some things are going a bit slow, and that's okay. Uh, and it's important not to get overwhelmed in these periods of life, and basically just take some time to rest and recharge, because I've been going at it so hard the past few months, and I think now is the time to, reflect, not try to do too much at the same time, try to be mindful, present, uh, just be in the present moment and like think about different things and like hang out with friends and basically recharge through just doing social stuff and not necessarily focusing on productivity or YouTube or any of this productive stuff. Uh, and yeah, I mean, I had planned a dinner yesterday with one of my friends from work, but she couldn't make it, so we rescheduled to a few weeks, like 2 weeks from now. So I'm looking forward to catching up with her. And actually today I dropped by work by the office for a few hours, and like I caught up with this other friend who I hadn't caught up with in a long time, and I actually hadn't realized that she had changed themes, and like uh, basically asked her all about that, and I found her story very interesting because uh, she was facing some of the same troubles that I was facing uh, a few months back before she changed teams, and I was completely clueless about that. And I came across her a few times, probably since she changed teams, but I did not even know that she had changed teams. So that was very surprising for me to learn today, and it was nice to have this conversation with her. Um, just it goes to show that you know sometimes you're not alone in life, and that basically like it goes to drive this point that I was making yesterday about uh, the fact that the hardest stories to tell are the most important ones that we need to tell because they help other people, and basically because this like basically the story behind this for her was a bit hard, and she was going through a rough period of her life, uh, and I was going through the same period, I think probably around the same time that she was. uh, because we did not talk about it, we both had to endure this period of our life, similar circumstances separately, and we just didn't know about that, and we couldn't support each other, and it was really good to hear about her story, and yeah, just glad to hear that things are uh, better for her now. um, and yeah, I just truly wish her the best, and it was super good catching up with her, but yeah, it was kind of cool. I love having like honest conversations with people that I feel are truly understanding and uh, open, or like genuinely kind. And this girl, like, she's, I think, one of the kindest, most empathetic people, uh, you know, from uh, that I know from work, or maybe overall. Just genuinely one of the kindest people. So she's like just so kind and like empathetic and cool, and like she's super cool. I'm sorry that I did not know, like it kind of makes me sad that I did not know that she was going through a rough time. But we were not, like, we're not that close of friends, but I know that she's very cool. uh, and yeah, if I had known, I would have definitely made a point to check in on her more often. So yeah, at least now I know. I will make a point to catch up with her soon, and maybe grab some lunch or dinner sometime in a few weeks, and maybe try and make it also a regular thing with her, because she's super cool, and it's interesting to hear from her life experience and the things that are going on in her life. So that was really good. So yeah, lots of reflecting today. I don't know, feeling very philosophical, very existential today, and yeah, just I guess I need to nourish that side of me again, instead of just focusing on the practical uh, stuff related to work and life and career and everything. I think sometimes it's really important to go back to just the basics in terms of uh, life and what's really important in this life, and uh, just recenter myself uh, around the values that I care about, and basically recalibrate, uh, because I like having very intense periods where I just focus on one thing. Uh, but then, like, after that period is done, I feel like my life is like completely empty. So yeah, just trying to find some sort of middle ground, or like my footing again as a like a normal person, and like to find out what to do with myself, uh, because I really liked this discipline that like the discipline that it took for me to be able to run the half marathon and like prepare for it in less than 1 month. And I'm really glad that I did that. And I do want to continue with that. So I do want to keep on being intentional about my health habits. And to be honest, there is this fear in me that now that I don't have this goal striving towards this, like, I don't have as many reasons to stay active. Uh, but I just want to stick to my cornerstone habits, which are basically 3 times a week to the gym, rowing every day when I'm in my town. So basically, the thing is, I'm gonna be traveling in 2 days, so the day after tomorrow, and so there won't be any working out, and making peace with that, in a way, trying to at least, and not trying not to beat myself up, and like basically just enjoy my time away. I'm gonna be spending it with my sisters and some family at this wedding, and yeah, I'm just gonna be spending a lot of time with my sisters. So my older sister and my slightly younger sister who lives in Paris. And that's gonna be fun, I think. Yeah, kind of looking forward to that, and that would be a good break for me from this whole period where I've been just go go go, like one thing after the next. Uh, then yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Looking forward to see how I come out of this. Uh, Trying to stay optimistic and like centered in myself, and like breathe in, breathe out, not give in to external pressures, recenter myself around my values and the things that are important to me, and just trying to overall be a good, like good empathetic person, good listener, uh, just trying to bring joy to my to the people around me. So yeah, baby steps, trying to be present. I think that's the most important thing for me to focus on, because I feel like whenever my mindfulness habits uh, are not basically maintained in a way, I tend to obsess over the future, or basically dwell on a specific aspect of life. And I think recentering myself and basically anchoring myself in the present moment and just focusing on what's right in front of me instead of daydreaming about something that could potentially happen, or basically like wondering and all of those things. Uh, this, they definitely don't help. And yeah, just trying to stay centered and anchored in the present moment and just live my life one moment at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. So yeah, I think that's all I had to talk about for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. So thanks again for tuning in. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.